Both free throws good for Green. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Now here's Hayes. Outside, Finney-Smith. Hayes inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And it's hammered home by Green.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Now here's Doncic. Pass to James. The shot that time not on target. Thompson with some nice D. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. I asked Coach what it's like facing LeBron now versus earlier in his career, and he quickly responded, not much. He's still extremely difficult to game plan for. Even at this stage of his career, he remains a dominant force. So limiting his production will be crucial for them in this matchup, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it. The Rockets lead by 3. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Pass to Hayes. Down low. Here's James. On the wing, Finney-Smith. To the inside. Hayes. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
To the paint. Pass to Reeves. James outside. Reeves with the ball. Green covering. The shot is good by Reeves.
Gifted moving the ball. Luka is one of the best passers in the league.
And it's hammered home by Green.
If that doesn't belong in the dunk contest, then I don't know what. That is an impressive finish there by Green.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Brooks outside. Back to Green. Pass to Şengün. Outside, Green. Brooks from outside. The offensive rebound.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Rockets on top, leading by 7. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. So it's the Rockets now. It's a 5-point game. And the foul on Gabe Vincent. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Green up top. Here he goes. Launches it. Eason can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 5. Well, Dalton Knecht had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, B.A., he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscles. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing. Well, scouts were buzzing about Knecht's ability to attack the rim with a ton of ferocity. Now we see it in person.
Out to Thompson. Pass to Eason. This one for 3. And another miss by Houston. Vincent outside. And here's Knecht outside. On target from range. Knecht's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just unreal from outside with deep range. Knecht is just knocked down.
And that one's good for Brooks.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Outside Vanderbilt. The Rockets pull it in. And it's Thompson penetrating. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Now Reeves. He's got 5. To the middle. Lynn can't hit.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
To the inside. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 7-point Houston lead.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Both teams changing it up here. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Thompson outside. Pass to Eason. On the wing, Green. 6 to shoot. And here's Thompson for 3. Rebound by the Lakers. There's 1:34 left in the first half. Here's James. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on him in Thompson. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
What I appreciate about LeBron is how much he loves being a leader. He knows how much his teammates count on him.
Smith no good. Lakers trail by 3. Inside. Pass to James. To the paint. Kicks it to Doncic. Back to Hachimura. Here's Lynn. Thompson with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. The three, Smith. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And it's Doncic missing. The Rockets lead by 6. Down low. Thompson. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by James. Here's Hachimura. Thompson pulls it in. And it's Houston's ball. Smith outside. Back to Green. Green going at the D. Ooh, can't throw it down with one hand. And here's Connect outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half now in the books. The Rockets on top, up 6. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Lakers trail by 6. Doncic with it. To the inside. Thompson with a steal. Back comes Houston in transition. It's Eason with the jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Out to James. It's rebounded by Houston. Pass to Brooks. Takes the 3. Hits the trifecta. Brooks has got 6.
You got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
And it's Doncic missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
The 3, Smith. He can't get that one to fall. And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They trail. Wow! LeBron making some noise.
He can make you miss in more ways than just one. LeBron with a nice little dribble move.
Smith outside. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. He has 6.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's James. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
The 3 from Thompson. James with the rebound.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
This will be his third free throw of the game. And the free throw, no good. But how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he's still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. He's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few. While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Inside.
Oh, wow! Okay, I didn't see that coming. Now look, a coach is going to trust LeBron James to just put up monster numbers because that's who he is. But it is nice to see him get into a nice groove like this.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Shot is good by Reeves.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Pass to Van Vliet. Smith outside. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Yeah, so good to see Smith passing the ball like this, wanting to improve as a distributor in the NBA.
Now here's Eason. On the wing, Thompson. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. And it's a 9-point Houston lead.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the board.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Doncic pulls down the board. Lakers trail by 6. Pass to Goodwin. Kicks it to Doncic. Here's Hayes, guarded by Van Vliet. Here's Connect. Doncic outside. Clock at 6. Now here's Hayes, guarded by Van Vliet. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. It's Thompson, high post. Oh, throw it down! Wow!
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
To the middle. Here's Finney-Smith. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Brooks from outside. It's not going to go for him. It'll count. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the
46. The Lakers 40.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Rockets lead by 6. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Pass to Şengün. And Finney-Smith over to help. Here's Whitmore outside. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Whitmore's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Vincent. It's good.
Vincent.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Pass to Green. And here's Van Vliet. Fires from deep. And it's Connect with a rebound. On the break. Tate grabs the board. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. They held a 12-point lead earlier. And that one's good. Whitmore.
Yeah, one thing about Van Vliet, he makes the right decision most of the time.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Whitmore outside. Back to Van Vliet. Another shot. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Reeves. James outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Whitmore. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
The first free throw is good. So both teams making some changes here.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Sengun has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Sengun. It's so impressive.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic with it. Here's Hachimura. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Rockets lead by 11. On the wing, Thompson. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Houston with another miss.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Third personal foul. First team foul. On the floor for your Rockets. Number 9.
Here's James. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Sengun.
He's not afraid of getting physical. I like how LeBron James has no problem accepting the contact while trying to score.
Good on both. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Over to the wing. Launches a 3. And Sengun gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 12.
The dime-dropping ability of Green. I love it when he looks for his teammates and gets them involved.
To the paint. Sengun with a steal. Here's Thompson.
2 minutes.
Pass to Eason. Brooks outside. Here's Thompson. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets?
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
To the middle. Tipped. On the wing, Thompson. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Thompson's got 10 points in just the second half.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Rockets.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Amen Thompson.
Steals are almost a forgotten stat. We don't talk about them a ton, but he's been huge in that category.
5 on the clock. James outside. Oh, he lost the grip and he missed the dunk. On the wing, Brooks. 4-3. It's Hayes with the rebound. To the inside. Oh, yes.
Whoa.
Throw it down.
Oh.
Pass to Sengun. Now Thompson. Guarded by Doncic. Three-pointer. The Lakers with a rebound. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Drops in the layup for two. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that.
I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForge joining us courtside. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
The teardrop. Count that one.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Out to Thompson. Eason knocks it down from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And Doncic has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a three-point game. James goes in. And he goes with the big dunk right over Alperen Sengun.
Bron dunked that like he was angry. Is he okay? Man, he got the table shaking over here.
Now here's Eason. Three-pointer, Brooks. It's Hayes with the rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
And that one's good for Brooks.
You got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Pass to Reeves. And here's Hayes, defended by Sengun. 4 on the clock. Hayes misses.
That's just a bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
Hayes misses. Pass to Thompson. Here's Sengun. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first.
In for the Lakers, number 17.
And here's Doncic to stop the run. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
Look, getting inside positioning is what he wants. Like, once that man gets in there and gets moving, oh, he's going to finish that dunk.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
Pass to James.
2 minutes.
Unable to get that one. Thompson with some nice D. Three-pointer, Brooks. Can't get it to drop. Lakers trail by 7. Here's James on the wing. Outside, Finney-Smith. And the three off target.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Şengün, no good. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive. The blinding speed of Green really turns on the Jets in transition. It's impressive to watch.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Here's Reeves. Back to Finney-Smith. Here's Hayes. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Outside for Brooks. Three-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Green. Brooks has got 8.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Here's Doncic. Misses off the left iron. That's tipped. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's Houston leading by 7. And we'll...
The Lakers, 13.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
The Rockets lead by 7. Pass to Brooks. Launches a 3. Len pulls it in. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
And it's Houston's ball. Brooks left side. Wide open. And the jumper is good. He's got 10.
Offensively, Brooks can be just relentless, constantly looking for chances to get his team points.
Back to Lin. Şengün with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Eason, good.
And this is something Brooks must continue focusing on. When he sets up guys, team chemistry improves.
Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to Vincent. Vanderbilt with a screen. Vincent with the ball. He's picked up by Eason. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
Here's Vincent. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that. And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Doncic has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Trailing by 13. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And it's James with the jam.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Pass to Holiday. Here's Whitmore outside. The shot no good. Lakers trail by 11. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Green for 3. Green, money from deep.
And it's encouraging to watch Green knock down the triple. Needs to keep doing this.
Pass to Doncic. Now Hayes. James inside. Back to Hayes. And he converts the layup. Hayes has got 6.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Here's Doncic. Rockets with a rebound. Knocked loose. Hayes with it. Green picks him up. To the middle. Here's Reeves. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's James. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few. What I appreciate about LeBron is how much he loves being a leader. He knows how much his teammates count on him.
Here's Doncic. Good work defensively by Brooks.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Here's James. Oh, misses the dunk.
He tried to get spicy and totally whipped, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
LeBron, attack mode. Pass to connect. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doncic. Sweet little floater. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
This is Doncic's pure shooting ability in action, making it look easy with that nice floater.
And so it's Houston ending the quarter up 10. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. Back after this.
25.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Houston leading by 10. Brooks outside. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Brooks. Here's Eason. Sinks the tray. He's got 10.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
RJ, it's hard not to wonder what would have happened if the Lakers never traded for Russell Westbrook back in 2021.
Well, they would have had a traditional style of a team. They would have kept Kuzma, KCP, and their 2021 first-round pick. They also would have been able to sign Alex Caruso. They could have kept their championship core together.
Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Thompson. It's deflected. About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Pass to Thompson. Thompson draws the double. And stolen by Reeves. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Doncic. Tipped.
The strong defense from Brooks, using his instincts there to come away with the block.
Back to Hayes. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Pass break. Here come the Rockets. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Doncic throwing his weight around.
Assist goes to.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
To the right side. Back to Eason. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Right side Eason. Just 5 on the clock. Outside for Brooks. For 3. And Thompson gets a 3. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Pass to Doncic. Ooh, it's stolen by Eason. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. Here's Thompson. Rebound, the Lakers. Here's James. Here's Hayes.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Clock at 6. Doncic.
Doncic.
And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Here's James. Pass to Hayes. Back to James. From deep, here's Doncic. Thompson pulls it in.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Down low. Doncic pulls down the board. Lakers trail by 10. And there's James from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Here's Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Lakers trail by 12. Pass to Hayes. Outside Finney-Smith. Now here's Hayes. Vincent outside. Here's Goodwin. Back to Vincent. It's stolen by Green. It's 2-on-1. It's Eason with the jam.
A sometimes underrated playmaker, Green showing good patience and vision.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Jalen Green. This will be his third trip to the free throw line. And he makes the first. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Pass to Adams. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes.
Some consider Adams to be the strongest player in the league. He never backs down from a physical challenge.
Good on the second one. Lakers trail by 13. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Hayes. Vincent outside. Just 5 to shoot. The three. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Houston in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been fantastic.
The Lakers, 35.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 13-point game. Over Whitmore. Doncic, no good. And it's Houston's ball. Pass to Adams. Outside Whitmore. The three. Counted from distance. And the Rockets lead by 16.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And look at Luka now getting aggressive at the arc. He was eager to answer that last three.
Pass to Adams. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Lakers. And the Lakers making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Lakers trail by 13. Here's Doncic. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Green in the post. Houston gets it back. And Şengün gets it to go.
Timeout, timeout. And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. And it's hammered home by Green.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Los Angeles foul. Goodwood. First personal foul. First team foul. Again for the Lakers, Jackson Hayes.
Poke loose.
LeBron James.
On defense, the Lakers trailing by 17. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
Here's James. It's rebounded by Şengün. The Rockets lead by 19. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
And here's Green from the arc. Rebound by the Lakers. James up top.
In the game. 2 minutes.
Back to Hachimura. Launches it. Pass to Hayes. Hachimura outside. 4 on the clock. And he lobs it up. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Green up top. Fires from deep. Sinks.
2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. Pick by Williams. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. When it comes to teams that like pushing the break, Richard, look no further than these two teams in front of us.
I'm expecting a fun one here tonight, Kevin. Definitely not for the faint of heart. These teams love to get out and run.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Tatum with it. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Holiday. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Nobody near Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now, here is Holiday. Outside, Tatum. To the inside. The kick out to Holiday. Inside. Brown. And finished off by Brown.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Celtics on D. It's a 3-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that
one. And they'll get another chance. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice shot by Porzingis.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Pass to Dort. Holmgren in the corner. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. 5 on the clock. Down low. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Holmgren's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, good awareness right there from Holmgren. Making sure to get off a great look in time.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
The kick out to Holiday. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Porzingis. Good D by Holmgren.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And now the latest From our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift into a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
D.A., the versatility. That is pretty special. Tatum, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Dort misses. Holiday looking over the floor. And he drives in. Taken away by Williams. And here's the fast break. Holmgren leading the way.
And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
Outside Holiday. The three from Tatum. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Outside, Porzingis. We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Celtics trail by 7. To end the cold streak. And the dunk by Porzingis.
The textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim.
And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for Oklahoma City. He notched 8 points in the quarter.
The Thunder, 13.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown of the Thunder.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. Knocks down the three ball. Porzingis has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Celtics. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum. Right side Porzingis. Back to Tatum. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Outside, Porzingis. Trying to find Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to him. Stolen by Tatum. The screen from Brown. Pass to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside, Porzingis. And no good that time. The Thunder leading by 4. To the paint. Here's Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Goes back up. Here's Holmgren. Porzingis with the block. Down low. And the dunk by Porzingis.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Celtics on offense. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Outside Tatum. Screen by Porzingis. Back to Tatum. To the inside. Porzingis can't hit. The Thunder with the lead. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Up top, Brown launches it. Offensive rebound. Right side, Tatum. Outside, Porzingis. Jacks up a three. Knocked loose. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Goes up again. And that's 2 points on the layup. Porzingis has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And bringing the aggression and the energy, 2 things you like to see from Porzingis.
Outside, Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. And the Thunder lead by 3. Outside, Porzingis. Up top, Brown. Back to Porzingis. Over Williams. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Holmgren. 10 points for him. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Goes up to the stripe. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And the Celtics with possession here, trailing by 5. Outside, Tatum. 5 to shoot. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it off in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Oklahoma City out in front. They're up by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Tatum looking around. Pass to Brown. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Richard, when you talk about Jaylen Brown, many scouts felt he'd never be a #1 level option offensively. But he's proven some people wrong.
Kevin, many scouts have been wrong many times. The question has been answered. He wasn't a great shooter when he first came into the league, and his ball handling also needed to improve. But now, both of those are strengths in his game.
A chance to jump into the lead for the first time here.
They really want to capitalize, Kevin.
Tatum a screen. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Here's Caruso. Out to the wing. For 3, Holmgren. Oklahoma City gets a new shot clock. Knocks it loose. To the wing on the left. Caruso. A 3-pointer, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Haven't given up any points here in the second half. White, good.
Oh, come on. Just add vision to his perfect skill set. Because when he's dropping dimes like that, like Jason Tatum is a problem.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The teardrop falls in.
Oh, silky smooth shot there by Gilgeous-Alexander. He knew the floater was the right move to beat the defense.
Outside, Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Porzingis has got 18 points.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving in. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he knew the contact was coming. How about that by SGA to take the hit and finish?
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. A wide open look here for Holiday. And the three ball is good. Holiday's got himself on the board with 3 there.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Number 42, Al Horford.
Boston on D. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. Outside, Dort. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Holmgren can't hit. Boston leading by 5. Outside, Tatum. Picked by Horford. The kick out to Holiday. To the paint. Now Caruso. Hasn't made one yet. Here's White. Outside Holiday. There's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
From deep three-point land. Brown, no good. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Horford.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Thunder shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to talk to his guys. Here's Horford. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Celtics lead by 8. And we're just moments away from the start of the... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Thunder trailing by 8. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Here's Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Tatum on the wing. Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Porzingis has got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics. Outside Williams. Holmgren the screen. Outside Dort. No good with the triple.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And Tatum takes the hit and still converts.
Oh, you gotta prevent Tatum from getting into the lane. Because once he's in there, you're done.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes. Space in the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
The screen from Brown. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown, buries it from three-point range. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Wow, Brown drills it from way out, showing off that limitless range.
Pass to Holmgren. Oklahoma City moving it around. Outside Williams. Latrey. Porzingis with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Brown outside. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create for teammates.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by White. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Pass to Brown. Tatum on the wing. Back to Brown. Lets the three fly. Thunder with the rebound. Down low. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Outside Holiday. Outside Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Williams.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
Thunder trailing by 11. Pass to Dort. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren in the corner. A 3-ball. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Here's Porzingis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. 24 points for Porzingis.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Celtics.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Porzingis.
He limited the opposing offense's impact as well with some superb defense, finding lots of chances to knock away shots.
Williams can't hit. Right side Holiday. Out to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. Fires from deep. They get it back. And it's Williams with the ball for the Thunder. 11-point game. Yep, that one goes in there.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
The three from Tatum. He can't get that one. So we see Boston get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the... Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. The talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Tatum to the left side wing. The wide open look here for Porzingis. No good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup. Finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
Tatum, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Brown. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense. But, you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
3 on the clock. Tatum's shot is off. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with a reputation as a spacer.
Outside Tatum. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Tatum's got 5 points so far. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to talk with Oklahoma City's head coach for just a minute. Now, we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said we can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Good on the bucket.
Wow, Kristaps Porzingis puts the ball on the floor, gets right to the cup.
Pass to Caruso. They set the screen to the wing right side. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City needs to get off the shot. Caruso, no good. Boston trailing. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender. A guy who can contribute to a good team.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Tatum. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Pass to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Holmgren with it. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. And it's 8 points for Chet Holmgren. Outside Holiday. Drives to the hoop. The 3 from Tatum. And Holmgren pulls it down. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Outside, Dort. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Pass to Holmgren. Nail from three-point land. Holmgren's got 11.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, You could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for Oklahoma City. He comes.
The Celtics, 10.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Now here's Tatum. The three. There's Tatum's range on display.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
Pass to Caruso. To the left wing. Here's the three. Rebounded by Tatum. Celtics trail by 4. Outside, Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. To the paint. Here's Brown. Rebound by Williams.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. Inside. Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Celtics trailed by 4. Tatum deciding where to go with it. The screen from Brown. Lets a floater go. Tatum no good. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Dort. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City.
Celtics ball.
And here's Holiday. The kick out to Brown. Outside, White. Left side, Porzingis launches a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Porzingis has got 5 now. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Tatum no good.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Caruso. Off target with his 3. Boston trail. Caruso with the steal. There's Williams with the 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. Caruso with the ball. He's picked up by White. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. 51 seconds left in the first half. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
Tatum a screen. And here's Brown outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Here's Porzingis. And good that time. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Hartenstein. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And we'll be right back after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
There's a screen by Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Jason Tatum grabs the board. And so White will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 7. And the layup falls. White's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Boston.
Oh, that is impressive stuff from Derek White. Defender in his grill, no problem.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Oklahoma City leading by 7. Here's Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Well, pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy can score it, but make sure you're lifting up the guys around you.
Tatum's shot is off.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by White.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. A wide open look here for Caruso. Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Stolen by Dort. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Thunder, number 55.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Dort. Knocks down the three ball. Dort's got the lead up to 12 now for the Thunder.
Being ready on the catch, such an important skill, and Luke Dort's confidence really starting to grow.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Screen by Hartenstein. Shoots the three. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 13. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Good on the triple.
Watch out. Tatum's going to stretch the defense all over the place if he's knocking down threes from the corner.
Screen by Hartenstein. For the three. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 11. And the dunk by Brown.
Well, how about Jaylen Brown in transition, a phenomenal finisher in the open floor.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein up top. 4 on the clock. Now Williams. Latrey. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Outside Holiday. They set the pick. Pass to Hauser. From outside the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead.
The Celtics, 34.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The Thunder lead by 6. Outside Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. There's a screen by Williams. 6 to shoot. Here's Dort. Oh, good on the 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
For 3, Holmgren. And Boston with the rebound. Holiday looking over the floor. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now Porzingis. Pass to Hauser. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
And an intentional foul right there.
First team foul.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now.
Number 9.
Pass to Holmgren. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
And here is Holmgren. There's a screen. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And I know everyone's thrilled to see Holmgren scoring so well. And this is the kind of effort that could carry on well throughout the year.
Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Holiday. Celtics trail by 5. Now here's Williams. Over in the corner, Caruso. A three-pointer off the mark. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Got a piece of it.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down hard and nasty.
Boy, that SGA dunk was right out of the highlight reel. Woo!
Here's Porzingis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 9-point game.
Yeah, we've seen him just tear after the rebounds tonight. No fear. You have to love that effort.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Thunder.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Here's Oklahoma City now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Tries again. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets the three fly. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sideline. And it's the Suns to start out. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
T-shirts could be coming your way. T-shirt time.
And looking at tonight's contest, Coach, why are both teams so good rebounding?
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin, you've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
That's right, Suns fans. Time to make some noise for your Suns Dancers.
And here is Fox. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Bull.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Coach, only two players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively. Not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Tries to keep it alive. On the wing, Barnes. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Booker outside. And then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, the rangy athleticism of KD on display, stretching it out to throw that one down.
Fox, no good. Quick start for the Suns in this one. It's a 5-point game. Here's Bull. Suns keep it alive. Back to Durant. Booker outside. Suns moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Beal can't get it to go. Not a fast start here for the Spurs. It's Vassell on the wing. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Durant with some nice D. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I briefly spoke with Mike Budenholzer, and I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Second team foul.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Now, here's Fox. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Spurs trail by 4. Fox feeling it out a bit. Pass to Vassell. Here's Castle. From outside, off the mark.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And it's Beal in the corner. And the Suns miss again. It's Fox with the drive. Vassell wide open. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, Vassell looking comfortable and confident from the corner.
Booker outside. Pass to Beal. In the corner, Bull with it. And here's Beal. Durant down low. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
And Fox gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Fox. After the made shot from KD. Barnes outside. Wembanyama right side. Here's Vassell. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. .35 seconds left in the first quarter. Dunn right side. Outside Beal. Three-pointer. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Fox goes in. That gives them the lead. Fox has got 6.
And how about that stick-to-itiveness from Fox there? Just a great attitude. He really excels at driving inside and kind of just bouncing off defenders.
Beal, that's for 2. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Spurs lead by 2. And back.
The Spurs, 14.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
To the paint. The kick out to Barnes. Back to Wembanyama. And Ball pulls it down. The Suns trailing. Durant inside. Booker outside. Just 5 to shoot. It's Beal on the wing. The Suns need to get a shot off. Bull can't hit.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Oh, Durant imposing his will.
There's no limit to what KD can do scoring the basketball.
Fox with it. Now guarded by Booker. It's Fox with the drive. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Here's KD. Here's Bull. Bangs home the trifecta. Bull's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you can't forget about Bull's range. After all, big men like him are expected to take the 3 in today's game.
Back to Wembanyama. Wembanyama with the aggressive finish.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
So fluid off the bounce. Wembanyama.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing you can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks. Here's Wembanyama. Banked in off the glass. Wembanyama's got 12.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Bull can't hit. And so Fox will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 3-point lead. Here's Vassell. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And the added strength coming into play for Vassell. Nice job scoring through the contact.
Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look. He is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all 3 levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a 3-point shot.
Here's Wembanyama. Basket counts. Wembanyama's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fox, no good. Suns trail by 3. Durant drives. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Castle. Drills the 3-pointer. Castle's got himself on the board with 3 there. And so here's Phoenix. There's Beal with the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The wide open look here for Fox. And it's San Antonio with another.
And no doubt Fox has a scorer's mentality. He is constantly in attack mode.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for him.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
Here's Durant. Using his length inside. Durant.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. In the corner, Bull with it. Beal gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. Beal's got 6 points.
And it's fun watching Beal take these shots. He's a master at knowing when to catch and fire.
And Wembanyama outside. Phoenix grabs the miss. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense. Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Wembanyama, a big man with big range.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
Here's KD. Wembanyama with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 3. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively. Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Here's Castle. Back to Wembanyama. And Bull sends it back. 6 to shoot. Pass to Castle. Offline with his 3. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 2. They set the pick. Dunn left side. Now Bull. To the inside. It's tipped. And stolen by Vassell. Wembanyama high post.
A generational talent. Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The Spurs making a switch here. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
Back to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
Number 28. Charles Bassey.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Right side, Kevin Durant. .43 seconds left here in the third quarter. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win. Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
Wembanyama, left side. Oh, there's the strength training. Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
There's the screen. On the wing, Booker. It's Durant on the wing. 27 points for him. Count it. Here's Fox. Just 3 on the clock. Here's Wembanyama. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Crosses over. No good from Booker. Spurs leading by 3. Pass to Castle. Back to Fox. Barnes outside. Outside, Fox. 4 on the shot clock. And Bol pulls it down.
Big margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Back to Durant. Pass to Booker. And Bull wide open. He shoots. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Yeah, guys, they've shown a ton of character in making this comeback. Now they've got to finish the job.
It counts, and the foul. That one is on Bull.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
Outside for Beal. Here's KD. Physical defense. And KD does not flinch.
And that bucket by KD is why he is so lethal. Durant can straight up save possession. Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Back to KD. There's the pick. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Fox. That shot missing. Done with some nice D. Suns trailing. Booker in the corner to take the lead. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Booker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Easy money for Wembanyama.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When the three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. KD a screen. Back to Booker. Trying to find Vassell. He gets it to him. And even 3-on-3 break. Wembanyama using those long strides in transition.
He runs so well for his size. Wembanyama knows how to finish on the break.
Puts it up. Bull. KD with it. And now by Barnes. Let's go. And the Suns miss again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pass to Wembanyama. Outside, Fox. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. teams will make substitutions. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And stolen by Vassell. Inside. Here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slapping it down.
And how about the vision from Castle, spotting that opening and making the pass on time.
There's a screen. Kicks it out to Booker. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Down low. Wembanyama. Money.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Durant. KD a screen. 5 to shoot. On the wing, Booker takes the 3. A shot by KD. No good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win.